Happy Mindful Monday. Last Monday of February, short month. January was a long month. February flew by. Who would have thought that, right? Wow. And so I'm on my last couple weeks here in California, so I decided to go to Irvine Regional Park. Just enjoy the outdoors, the beautiful green spaces that's here, and the beautiful weather. It's about 78 degrees right now. And I just came back from a health conference, Optavia. So many of you know I was a health coach for a little bit. That was kind of my first entrepreneurial endeavor, or it was. And in doing that, I learned a lot. But one of the things that I really learned is that, the healthiest I've ever been is when I was a health coach. Why? Because, there's the leadership element of that, right? How am I going to coach somebody else if I'm not healthy myself? Who's going to listen to me for their health if I'm not healthy myself? And then, so that's the big thing. But then the second part was just the social accountability. I mean, everybody says, "Oh, I'll just be more strict, more disciplined." Some people can do that, but most of us can't. I mean, I'm a Marine, I'm a Marine. I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps. Being very disciplined in those 4 years. But, it wasn't just my discipline. It was that there was the social element. I knew if I wasn't disciplined, if I didn't do what I was supposed to do, if I did things that I wasn't supposed to do, that I would be scolded for it, that I was going to suffer for it, and I might even cause, my fellow Marines to suffer as well, because there's that aspect to the military as well. And so, you need more. Most of us need more than just our own willpower. We all, especially as men, we like to think we're so tough and we can just do it with pure grit. And that can take you far, but grinding your teeth, white knuckling it, for most of us that eventually fails. So I'm here, I'm posting, the message for today is Mindful Monday. The message is really just that. If you're struggling, find ways to hold yourself accountable in addition to yourself. Okay? Obviously, I'm a coach, but I have a health coach on my health journey. I have a real estate coach that I meet one-on-one every other week, and I'm experienced in real estate, but he's way more experienced than I am. He owns, him and his wife together own over 3,000 units. So I'm reaching up. And then tonight, every week we've got a group coaching for the business, and so I'm being coached in every direction. So that's a form of accountability. But guess what? I still need more. Well, this is part of the reason. Part of the reason that I post all the time is that I need the social element. Because if I tell you, all of you listening, that I'm going to do something, and then I don't do it, I just let you down. At least in my mind, that's how it is. I just let you down. So think about all these different ways that you can keep yourself accountable, aside from just pure grit and self-discipline. And then for those of you that are believers out there, I'm a new believer in Jesus Christ as my Savior, and I've got this bracelet on. I don't know if you can really read that, but it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that's another, not necessarily, it can be accountability. I mean, you make a promise to God, you better fulfill it. But you don't do it through your own grit, through your own strength. You do it through His strength. And anybody who's done a 12-step program out there, the first step is to admit that you're powerless. You can't do it on your own. I mean, you can do that for anything. You can do that for sweets. I am powerless over sweets. I am powerless over sweets. I've tried. on my own through pure grit, with a health coach, with all this stuff, structure, systems, accountability. Still don't do it. I'm powerless over sweets. So I need something bigger than me to give me the strength. And so I just offer that up to him, and he gives me the strength. So that's another layer. But all these layers, if all these layers, you need them. Okay, don't rely on just one. Put redundancy. I'm an engineer. We always have redundancy in place. In real estate, our redundancy is we have multiple exit strategies. We make sure that this deal is going to work, even if the numbers we assumed, the estimates we assumed, were wrong. Even if, shit hits the fan, we leave fluff, we leave cushion in there. And that's redundancy. So don't ever rely on one thing or two things, three or more. Have three or more things. But if you're like, if I'm speaking to you and you're like, hey, I've tried holding myself accountable, I know what you're saying, like, don't feel weak, because most of us, I'm a Marine, most of us can't do that, cannot do this on our own. We just can't. And most who say they can, some who say they can, at least, are just saying that to talk themselves up. So admit you're powerless, but go out there and get those accountability partners, and use social media. This is a way, everybody talks bad about social media, right? But guess what? It's a tool. It can be used for good, it can be used for bad. This is a way it can be used for good. Make a post, declare what you're doing, and use that form of social accountability. Live out loud. We call that living out loud, okay? Don't hide it. If you're serious about something and you truly committed to something, you'll live out loud. You'll let everybody know, hey, I'm doing this and I'm proud of it. If you can't do that, you're probably not proud of it, or you're not committed, right? One of the two, maybe both. All right, so I'll get off my soapbox. That's it for today, but it's going to be a good week. It's a beautiful day, and plan out your week. Don't just take things as they come. Create what you want in life. Plan out your week. And lean on others. Lean on these tools that you have at your disposal. Social media is free. Coaching is not. But you probably need both. I need both in all areas of my life. Church is free. That's it. You guys have a fantastic week, and we'll talk to you soon. And just for fun, here's Reggie just chilling. I've been posting some stories about him because he's just such a cutie pie. Right, Reggie? Hi. All right, there you go. We'll talk to you guys soon.